We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye News Link, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
People of Center, St. Mary and surrounding.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama.
Here is
Where I watch?
Popeye.
are you on executive? If you are,
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. For all the persons who turned out at Different Strokes at Waves Beach in the Grill last night, I am sure that, like myself, you had a wonderful time. The next episode will be on Saturday, November 29, later this year. See you there. Also, because of Different Strokes, I didn't have much time today to gather all the information I want. So I will have to postpone the live stream again until tomorrow evening. I'm being contacted by many persons and I want to voice all the concerns about this topical issue. We are going to be talking about the FLA and their refusal policy. We are definitely going to try and do the live stream tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. Alright? In today's journey, we're heading through Jackass Pass and we're heading to Askenish in Hanover. Continue to sit back, continue to relax, and continue to enjoy this journey with me. Now, there is something that I need to address, and it is very, very important. As a blogger, I depend on sources for information, and when I say sources, I meant credible sources. I am never there when these incidents take place, and like I said, I depend on credible sources. Sometimes the best of sources, they get some information wrong. So if a credible source give me wrong information, what I always try to do is give you the correct information. But if I give you wrong information, I'm gonna come back and correct it and apologize. That's what we do over here. So yesterday, one of my credible sources told me that a guy named Fleabag, he's facing murder charges in Westmoreland, but he's out on bail. He and his girlfriend, they are now living in the parish of St. Elizabeth, and they are the ones who are now operating the Hatteras Bar at Top Hill in the Junction Police area of St. Elizabeth. The source also told me that they were the same persons who were operating the bar at Froome in Westmoreland, where Shitgut, Beanie Bud, and Broomy were shot and killed last year. As a result, that information was put in yesterday's video. About 2 o'clock this morning, while I was enjoying myself at Different Strokes in Negril, the source sent me a WhatsApp message telling me that that bit of information was wrong. So here I am correcting that bit of information. I don't know who it was that was operating the bar at Froome last year, but it is confirmed that it was neither Fleabag nor his girlfriend. My sincerest apologies. That source also gave me the information that Oloman had discharged himself from hospital, but it was actually Jomo who discharged himself. Another guy who was also shot in that bar incident, he's battling for life in hospital. He's called Taju, and he had received gunshot wounds to his chest, his hands, and on top of one of his ears. There was no intention to mislead you, but you have to understand that that's how information flow. But listen me now, follow me. If you heard my correction a while ago and you are going to sit down and you are going to say, see there a pure fake news the boy Popeye carry, that a for your business. Got it? In this next report, the Old Harbour police, they have arrested and charged a licensed firearm holder. His name is Shawn Jermaine Chisholm. He is a 46-year-old truck driver and businessman of Young Street in Spanish Town in the parish of St. Catherine. The allegation is that for some time now, Shawn and a guy known as Jason, they always had disputes. Jason, he reported that on Saturday night, July 6, last year about 9:30, he was at Marlin Way in the Old Harbour Glades area when he and Shawn, they were engaged in one of their frequent disputes. He alleged that Shawn pulled his licensed Glock 17 9mm pistol, pointed it in his face and threatened to kill him. A report was made to the police, and on Friday, March 28th, Shawn, he was taken into police custody. He was arrested and charged for assault at common law and using a firearm to commit a felony. So he'll be going to the courts shortly. A guy in Westmoreland, he's facing similar charges. His name is Lynne Williams. He is 21 years old and he's living at Patterson Boulevard in the White House area. The allegation is that on Thursday, March 20, sometime in the day, Lynne and a guy known as Big Red, they were involved in a dispute. It is further alleged that in the night about 8 o'clock, Big Red, he was standing at the front of his yard at Patterson Boulevard when Lynne rode up on a bike. It is further alleged that Lynne, he pulled a gun, pointed it at Big Red and threatened to kill him. Big Red ran off and he went into his house and Lynne, he rode away on the bike. A report was made to the police who commenced investigations. On Thursday, March 27, Lynne, he was picked up by the police and he was charged, so he'll be going to the courts shortly. In this next report, there was a serious motor vehicle accident early this morning. Listen this.
On or about 12:40 a.m. today, March 30, 2025, there was a motor vehicle crash along the PJ Patterson Highway nearing the exit of Spanish Town. What we understand is that a Probox motor car was headed into the direction of Kingston with about 11 persons on board, to include some children, when the driver somehow lost control and crashed with the median. The vehicle overturned. Whilst the persons were attempting to get out of the vehicle, we understand that a Benz SUV motor car traveled along the said roadway heading into Kingston in the same easterly direction when it crashed with this vehicle. As a result, several persons were hit. We understand that the driver of the Toyota Probox motor car, as well as 2 female passengers and a young female child, were hit and died as a result of this crash. Several other persons were injured and are in the hospital. The police are conducting further investigations around this crash.
Sad indeed. In this report, that hoodlum on your screen, his name is Travis Davidson. He was also known as Ricardo Davidson, or in the criminal underworld, they know him as Beng. In February last year, Beng, he would have celebrated his 44th birthday. He lived in the Shuttlewood area of Hanover. Beng, he was a well-known hoodlum who carried out several hits in the parishes of Hanover, Westmoreland and St. James. He was wanted by the Hanover police in relation to murders and other offences committed in the Chester Castle and surrounding areas of Hanover. Early Tuesday morning, January 16, last year, about minutes after 3 o'clock, a team of police officers, they went to the Shuttlewood area in search of the notorious Beng. It is said that on approaching a house, Beng, he pulled a gun and opened gunfire at the police. The police, they took evasive action and defended themselves, and 2-2, it was all over. Beng, he died clutching a Glock 34 9mm pistol with 1 live round. That guy on your screen, His name is Jodale Davidson, but he was also known as Joe. He was 22 years old and he lived at Shettled in Hanover. Jodale Davidson, also known as Joe. He was Travis Davidson, also known as Beng's younger brother. That bike that Joe is sitting on was one of Beng's bikes. We are finding out that Joe, he had stopped going to school from he was about 12 or 13 years old. Even though his mother and father are still alive. In fact, we are told that Joe, he was always involved in wrongs, and anything he did, his mother and his father, they were the same ones to defend him. We are told that in recent times, Joe, he turned against his family members and dissed them up in the wickedest way. In fact, word on the street is that on Friday, March 28th, Joe, he mashed up most of the things inside his mother's house. He also fired shots at his mother. The police, they were made aware of what took place, and yesterday afternoon, Saturday, March 29, armed with a search warrant, they went to Joe's home. On arrival, it is reported that Joe, he pulled a gun and opened gunfire at the police. The police, they took evasive action and Joe, he was hit. It is reported that Joe, he fell clutching a black and grey Heckler & Koch .45 pistol with the serial number intact. It was affixed with a magazine containing 4 rounds. Joe, he died on the spot. The mayhem. This one, it took place early this morning, Sunday, March 30. Our information is that about 12:30 this morning, residents, they heard gunshots being fired, but I'm not sure whether or not they called the police. About 7:30 this morning, the body of a male was seen lying along the roadway at the intersection of Ricketts Drive and Blake Grove Crescent in the Runaway Bay area of St. Ann. He was seen lying on his back and dressed in a black pants, a black t-shirt, a black and white pullover, a black hat, a pair of black slippers and a pair of white socks. He was lying in a pool of blood with an open bottle of Red Stripe beside his body. The police, they were called, and when they inspected that man, he was found to have received a gunshot wound to the right side of his head. He died hours before he was found. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, one 9mm spent shell was recovered from the scene. The man, he was later identified as that man on your screen. His name is Beresford Irvin Thomas. On January 17, just gone, Beresford, he celebrated his 63rd birthday. He lived at Swamp District in the Monig area of St. Ann. Beres, he was not robbed because we are told that the police, they found a billfold in one of his pants pockets with almost 15,000 Jamaican dollars in cash. The question is, what was Beresford doing in that area at that time of the night, dressed in full black? More to come. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you'll be one of the first to be notified. In the final report for today, the tit for tat continues in the White House police area of Westmoreland. The reprisal continue. The revenge attacks continue. The latest incident, it took place late last night, Saturday, March 29, almost 12 midnight. It took place at a community known as Vietnam in the Nesbury Lane area of White House in the parish of Westmoreland. Our information is that guy on your screen, his name is Trey Palmer, but he was popularly known as JT. On January 26, just gone, JT, he celebrated his 20th birthday and he lived in the same area. We are told that late last night, gunshots were heard being fired in the area. When the smoke was clear and residents, they went and made checks. JT, he was seen lying face down along the roadway in a pool of blood. A black Suzuki Access motorcycle was seen parked across a section of the roadway. JT, he was rushed to the Savannah Lamar Hospital where he was pronounced DEAD on arrival. JT, he had received gunshot wounds to his upper body. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 10 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and KlL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cans and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica.